Hey folks, I'm Milotash. Thanks for joining me for another knife review. The goal of my knife reviews are to provide insight on practical blades that fit nicely into hands that are smaller than the outdoor industry standards, which typically cater to burly folk with big paws. I have a knack for finding high caliber gear, tools, equipment that go outside the gender binary that many brands settle into, and I love being able to share that with individuals who are looking for gear to help them be the best they can be in the great outdoors. So today we're talking about another small knife for small hands. And when I say small, I mean super de-duper small, like smaller than a crayon small. Let's get into it. This is the Boker Magnum Lil Friend Micro. In full length, it's about the size of my index finger. I'm going to lead by saying that this knife isn't my usual jam. I tend to carry a full-size blade no smaller than 2 inches with a handle that fits the full length of my palm, whereas this little fellow's entire length, 3.35 inches, is basically the length of just the handle alone of a knife that I would carry. That being said, the Boker Little Friend Micro has been a unique and fun experience since picking it up, and I'm excited to get into the details with you. Though it is super tiny, this is a full tang fixed blade knife. When a knife is said to have a full tang, that means that the solid piece of metal that makes up the blade runs the entire length of the handle as well. And when I say fixed blade, it means that it's opposite of a folding knife. It cannot be collapsed, and thank goodness, because I think this thing would disappear if it got any smaller. Fixed blade knives typically come with a sheath, and this one does as well, and it is intended to be worn as a neck knife. Kinda obvious, but neck knives are designed to be worn around your neck, on a cord or chain, so that the knife is within easy reach. This particular knife can be worn in many different ways though, in a pocket, on your belt, strapped to your backpack, if wearing this around your neck isn't your thing. This knife is held in its sheath with friction, so a bit of a tug will release it from the sheath. It's a 440A steel blade, which Boker describes as a great starter steel, aka it's cheap, and a lot of knives are made out of it. With a slightly lower carbon content, the steel is slightly softer, making it easier to sharpen, but easier to dull. If you've enjoyed the video so far, I'd really dig it if you click the like button. Doing so helps me and the channel out, so thank you kindly. Let's get back to it. The Boker Lil Friend has a sand-colored G10 handle, which is super light and grippy for the few fingers you're actually going to get wrapped around this tiny handle, and there's an indent built in for your pointer finger to settle into, and some jibbing, which are notches built into the steel for additional grip, and they're on both the top and bottom of the handle. The blade length is 1.38 inches, the thickness is 0.11 inches, and it weighs at 1.34 ounces. Again, that overall length is only 3.35 inches, aka it's the size of a large Cheeto. If you've ever wanted to feel like a knockoff Wolverine or that girl with the super long steel fingernails, hold please. Okay, if you've ever wanted to feel like Lady Deathstrike from the Marvel Universe, then this is the knife for you. I found myself holding it in all sorts of weird ways and sort of feeling like it was my fingernail alone that was slicing and dicing through cardboard and packing tape, which was kind of neat. And because I'm old at heart, I found it handy to do some fine work while carving the other day, which was neat to see. The biggest complaint here about this little knife is that it's so small I forget I'm wearing it sometimes and then forget to utilize it. I had it on my belt the other day and I straight up forgot it was there until I changed into my PJs. I think this will most likely find a home on my day hike backpack strap, so it's there if I want it in a pinch, but not so aggressive for when it's a casual walk in the woods. If you want a knife that you'll probably forget about until you take your belt off and then get so excited that you had it on there in the first place, but sad that you forgot to use it, so you wear it again and then proceed to do that on repeat, then this is 1000% the knife for you. I kid, but with all seriousness, this tiny blade is a treat to use when you do use it, and it's just fun to have a knife this small within your rotation for detail work and cutting cord, tape, whittling down sticks for kindling. It's perfect for your bug out bag or to get lost in the bottom of your purse. As always, I'm Milotash. Thanks for watching.